Everybody. Yep, it's Friday. We made it to the end of the week. We made it to the end of August, just about. It looks like I simply cannot believe that it is the end of August. If you haven't listened to the video message from our board chair, Jay Hodge, please take a few minutes to do so. It is a wonderful video, and I think he says some very important things that I really want everyone in the organization to hear. Jay has been with us as we've had our task force meeting, so he's really been uh, with us in this whole journey through this pandemic. So he knows what he's talking about. So let me give you a little bit of an update. I want to share some data with you, and I know not everybody on the call are data freaks like some of us are, but this is kind of important information. I don't know whether folks realize, but in our entire five county service area, CARE South Carolina, is doing about 30 to 50% of all the testing that is going on in the area. So that's pretty darn good. We are really leading the way in testing in the entire state. Little old CARE South Carolina, we're doing on a statewide basis anywhere from 1.5 to 3% of all of the tests throughout the state. So, good job, team. I know even if you aren't out there in the front lines accomplishing the testing during the testing opportunities at the sites or the MOBIs or any special event, that it's still going on because behind the scenes and at the sites, y'all are all making it possible. It's not just a single effort. It takes everybody at CARE South to pull this off, and you are really doing a good job. I think probably you're all hearing though that the demand for testing is going down. There's not near as much testing going on. It's not because folks are deliberately holding back. It's frankly because there's not near as much demand. We've held some testing events where we would expect 300 or so, and less than half of that show up. There's just less demand. As a matter of fact, throughout the state, the testing is down 39%. Although in our service area, we must still be doing a pretty good job of telling people how important it still is to get the test because our testing rate is only down 19%. That's really good news, and that's good news for several different reasons. The number of active cases that is in our service area is continuing to rise, not exponentially, but it is continuing to rise. So, folks, no matter what you've heard, I'm going to echo what our board chair said. We still have a virus out here, and we're probably still going to have a virus out here for a while. So, we can't let our guard down, we can't let our procedures drop. We've got to remain diligent. We've got to remain poised and continuing to do the things that we know make a difference, like testing, like promoting appropriate behaviors such as social distancing, masking, and so forth. It's not gone yet. I'm going to switch to another topic. Um, it is sort of testing related, but we now have all four of the MOBI units that we are paying for, and we got under the HRSA expanded capacity testing grant. Uh, all four are in our parking lot, so to speak. The fifth one is being purchased and bought by Care First Carolina, our foundation, and the production for that one got in line a little bit later than the first four, so it we won't be taking delivery of it until a little bit later on, maybe sometime in August, maybe toward the end of August. It'll still play a very important role. Uh, if not in testing per se, don't forget we're also got these units designed to be able to provide vaccinations, immunizations, spread the flu vaccine. And in the event that a vaccine becomes available, even that for the coronavirus. So I'm really excited. In September, it looks like we will be able to spend every day of the week with a Moby event scheduled. We're having a lot of demand come out, churches, even one of the area agency on aging offices up in Chesterfield, schools, colleges are requesting that these units come out and do testing, and we are very actively scheduling. So we are pivoting a little bit in our model. The other day, when we did a Moby testing event, one of our providers, Jerry Andrews, went out so that there would be a provider uh, attending the testing event and doing a screening with the patients, a little mini type of health questionnaire and screening. And it went very, very well. Patients really liked it. They felt their needs were really being met. And we are planning to the best of our resources, continue with that model and have providers attend and be present at and engage patients for those testing events. Remember that we're offering these tests now. We're not using the phrase free. We are billing, but if there is any cost not paid by a third party, although we're not finding much of that, but we will not be charging the patient. So, really, what we mean is that these testings are at no additional cost to the patient, including no copay or anything like that. So, it's still a very good deal for patients. Uh, Also, in the line of testing, I think I mentioned this in the last video message I did, but we have ordered and are in line to receive the what's called the Sophia testing equipment. We will have testing capability on site in every single office, and the turnaround on that is very quick. I think usually you can get results as rapid as 15 minutes. Of course, there's some logistics that get engaged with that. So the whole turnaround time may be a little bit longer, but we are really excited about that. I think this will change a lot of how our model for testing needs to be accomplished. So we're looking forward to it. I'm going to close with some really good news. Once a year, HRSA awards something they call a quality award amongst community health centers. There are 8 categories in which they divvy out this pot of money, and those categories range anywhere from national clinical leaders, clinical quality leaders, and so forth. CARE South Carolina, drum roll please, got the most money of any FQHC, any of the other 22 FQHCs in the state. And not only did we get the largest pot of money, but we also got recognition in more categories. We got recognition in 4 of the categories, and that was one more than most everybody else got 3 or 2 or even none. So that is the result of your hard work. It was the decisions were made by HRSA based on 2019, and we didn't have a pandemic in 2019. So uh, we did some excellent work in 2019. You did wonderful. You made sure that your gaps were closed, that the patient outcomes improved, and you really made a difference, and it's been recognized. We will be getting the document from HRSA pretty soon that actually tells us what our the expectations are for us to do with that money. And in the past, they have recommended and required that we literally spend it on one-time purchases like capital or something like that. So we'll be putting our heads together and figuring this out, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know how we decided to be able to use these dollars so generously provided. So, good news to end with. Y'all have a very good weekend. Remember, there's still a virus out there, so stay safe. Keep your activities with a high awareness of social distancing and masking requirements. We want to see you back on Monday. Stay South Carolina. Oops, well, stay South Carolina healthy, but stay Care South Carolina strong. Y'all take care. Bye bye.